I'm sure that you've had the experience where you've walked into a room, maybe it was a big meeting, a networking event, or maybe it was just a casual gathering at work, but you immediately started to feel the pressure. You've realized that all eyes have started to turn towards you, and then you start questioning how you are coming across to others. Are you confident enough? Are you making the right impression? Or it could be the situation where maybe you feel like you've walked in but you felt overlooked, like your presence isn't commanding the respect that you think that you deserve. The thing is it's in those moments of doubt, those moments of feeling small or unsure, that you can find that your confidence is really shaken, and it can affect how others perceive you. And if we're going to be completely honest, it really doesn't feel that good. It can leave you second guessing your abilities. It can leave you questioning your value and wondering if you really belong in that room. But what if I told you that there are some really simple ways to turn those situations around so that you can walk in with confidence and you can instantly command the respect that you deserve? Well, that is what we're going to explore in today's video. Firstly, I want you to hold your ground when someone tries to interrupt you. Now, in a group setting, it's common for people to speak over each other, but if you allow yourself to be cut off, what you're doing is you are signaling that their words are more important than yours, and what you could be potentially doing is creating a standard or a behavioral norm which people will start treating you by. So instead of stopping mid-sentence, calmly finish what you are saying. Now, this doesn't mean that you should try to dominate the conversation or get angry, but it does mean that you should calmly and assertively complete your thoughts. Now, you don't have to be horrible to be assertive. So next time that you're in a meeting, I want you to try this out. You'll notice an immediate shift in how other people start to perceive you. Next, let's talk about upgrading your first impression. Those first few seconds when people make a snap judgment about you. One of the quickest ways to influence this is through our appearance. Now, many people dress to blend in, often out of a fear of standing out or being judged. But here's the thing, the way that you present yourself can earn you respect right away. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to be wearing the most expensive clothes, but rather think about choosing outfits that fit well with the situation that you're about to go into. Also think about outfits that help you feel more confident. Now, a quick side note here is if we really want to improve our confidence from the core inwards, we need to work on the inner self first and not solely relying on tactics like this. But whether it's for a casual office day or an important presentation, dressing intentionally will set the tone for how others are going to perceive you. Now, I was going to leave this one out because, to be honest with you, it's one of those things that can be taken the wrong way. This thing that I'm going to share, it does need a good level of situational awareness, but I've decided to keep it in because if it used correctly, it can be extremely powerful, and that is touch. A very powerful way to build respect quickly is through the appropriate, and let me emphasize that word, appropriate use of touch. Now, in many workplaces, physical contact is often quite minimal. It's normally limited to handshakes. However, a brief, non-intrusive touch, like maybe a hand on the shoulder or a light touch on the arm, can significantly strengthen your connection with others. Now, when I'm delivering a keynote or a show and I get people to come up onto the stage, I will often use touch to very quickly build rapport with those people that I pull up and connect with those people. What I've also found is that it helps calm people down who suddenly find themselves up on stage in front of a few hundred people. Just a hand on the shoulder seems to calm them down. Now, the key here though, with this use of touch is to be really mindful. Make sure that your touch is brief, it is appropriate to the context, and never intrusive. Now, I will, as I've just mentioned, I'll often touch people on the shoulder. However, if they have a top on that exposes the skin, I will avoid contact with the shoulder at that point in time. This touch though, this simple act of touching somebody, it can build trust and make others feel more comfortable around you when done carefully and mindfully and appropriately. Anyway, now that I've got that one out of the way, let's talk about embracing your flaws. Many people think that they need to hide their mistakes or their shortcomings to be respected. However, the opposite is often true. People respect honesty and self-awareness. For example, if you made a mistake on a project, you don't want to be shying away from it. You want to share what went wrong and what you learned from that experience. This kind of openness, it shows that you're confident enough to admit your flaws and that you're committed to improving. And what you'll find is that your team, they will start to respect you more for it. And finally, if you want to gain respect, then don't hesitate to compliment others, even if it's your competition. In a work environment, it can be really tempting to downplay other people's successes to make yourself feel better or look better, but doing so can make you seem insecure. Instead, acknowledging, praising the achievements of your peers, it demonstrates confidence and fairness. So next time you see a colleague doing something really impressive, be the first person to acknowledge it. This not only shows that you're secure in your own abilities, but also that you're a team player. People will respect you more for lifting others up rather than tearing those people down. Everything that I've shared in this video, it is incredibly simple, but it's also incredibly effective at earning respect quickly. I do want you to remember though, that respect, it isn't just about what you do, it's also about how you carry yourself on a daily basis, how you interact with others. And that takes time. That takes time of you investing in yourself, figuring out who you are from the core, not just using a whole bunch of tips and tricks that you found on YouTube. But if you have enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button and I'll see you in the next video.